Hello, adventurers. My name is Maximus, and I'll be your dungeon master for the evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 23rd episode of Campaign 2 of Caches and Cantrips, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons & Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by our amazing cast of Mac and Cheese Please, Nina Nikolic, Bunny Dreadful, and Virtual Spectre. Yay, we did it! It has been a week. I don't know about y'all, but it's been a week.
Oh yeah.
My brain hurts. But we're here and we're playing D&D.
Brain hurty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in my usual habitat again. I have my potentially lucky dice.
Mm-hmm. Potentially lucky. Perfect.
Yeah. We can hope.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for joining us and being here. If you didn't know, we have a podcast where you can listen to our episodes for our D&D campaign, as well as our Tome of Knowledge and our Out of Combat kind of behind the scenes fun little stuff. You can go check out everywhere that podcasts are listened to. We're on, I think, virtually every platform that I can. So go check us out. We're close to like 4,000 total listens, plays, whatever, not views, because I guess you could view a podcast. It wouldn't help you very much though. And then also we do have YouTube, so go check us out on YouTube, where we are right now as well. And you can check out all the same stuff that I talked about earlier, but that's the only place that you can watch our Out of Combat, which releases on Thursdays. And aside from that, we also have Patreon, where you can get early access to all of that stuff if you just need it. And that all releases on Sunday, pretty much right after I edit it. I just ship it out there to y'all. So you enjoy stuff early, go take a look at that. And then we also have Discord, where you can come say hi to us, drop some ideas on what you want us to talk about for Tome of Knowledge. We've had some good stuff in there already for some future topics. So thank you all for doing that. But if you aren't aware of our schedule, we've got Monday nights Tome of Knowledge at 6 p.m. Pacific. Wednesday nights are Arching with Bun Bun. It has changed if you forgot. Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific. And then we've got our Friday night campaigns, which is where you are right now, unless you're in the future, and it's where we were then.
Nina's in the future, so just saying.
So 6 p.m. Pacific for Pacific people. Or future time for Nina.
Future times, the present and the future are one. Yeah.
This is an episode of Dark. No.
Especially during daylight savings.
Yeah, I have not seen Dark.
It's really good. You would like it.
All right. Here's the question that I need to answer though: is subs or dubs for Dark? I've heard it both ways.
I watched it dubbed. It's weird for like the first 2 episodes, and then you get used to it and you can ignore like the lip flap, but I think it's in like German or something. So
subs if you want me to watch it with you, Max.
Okay.
That's the only answer.
Okay.
My ADHD brain cannot watch, listen, read, comprehend all at the same time, and then like understand like there's a lot of subtle detail. You need to be watching it. So
makes sense.
My problem is I can't hear, so I have to use subtitles anyways. So
yeah, I mean you can watch the dubbed subbed, you know.
Yeah, dubbed and subbed. That was the third option.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about it.
Watch the dub with English subs. I mean that's how we watch all of our TV. So
yeah, I heard it is, Nina.
I'm adding it to my list.
I've heard it's pretty wacky too. But speaking of wacky, I think we're about to play some D&D. That's a great segue, right? Because they all are pretty wacky.
I like it. I'm here for it.
Yeah. But I think that we can go ahead and begin our 23rd episode of Casters and Cantrips. So, our story last left off with our adventurers beginning the investigation into the missing artifact. Watcher Core received a missive from a young lad in the watch that contained events and strange occurrences from the previous evening that were potentially worth looking into. With those being the only leads they had, the group set off to the Silver's Embrace Tavern first to investigate a potential smuggling operation. When the party arrived, they met with the proprietor and questioned her about any illegal activity going on there. After some negotiations, she ultimately told the party that she had been smuggling items into Escos. However, she was only smuggling foreign whiskey, as it was cheaper to import for her. Reaching a dead end, the party went to the next loose thread, where they found themselves in the Crescent District in search of an unexpected magical surge that happened the previous evening. They arrived at a small tinker's shop that had scorch marks around the front door and entryway, and the crew made their way inside and found two people cleaning up broken glass and various merchandise. When they were questioned, the party learned that one of the workers was a registered arcane magic user who had suffered a wild magic surge, unfortunately, the previous evening. Fortunately, no one was injured, but it was not related to the theft in any way at all. However, Core did spot an informant of his named Jaster Zenor, and when they were spotted, Jaster ran away as fast as he could, and the party gave chase. They ultimately caught Jaster and questioned him in a nearby alleyway, where he informed the group that an abandoned shop in the Crescent District seemingly had new unannounced tenants, and they had heard of a disturbance there the previous night that appeared to be an argument over some sort of small box. After paying Jaster for the information, they went to this abandoned shop. When they arrived, they began to search the premises. And after narrowly avoiding a tripwire, the group found some partially burned correspondence in the fireplace with instructions about entering some place. They also found another hidden note behind a fire brick, but this note seemed quite cryptic and did not really make any sense when read aloud. Before leaving, the party found a sort of magical residue or aura after casting Detect Magic. They realized that this aura potentially could have been these ancient artifacts that were stolen, and they followed the magic energy all the way back to the Dusk Harbor, and where they saw a ship named the Reckoner leaving port in a hurry. The party gathered their crew and immediately set off after the ship. And that is where we'll begin our episode for the evening. So, there you are. You have just gotten on the ship and have shoved off with your crew, with your bosun Kurzak questioning where the heck Azric and Hayden are, and was informed they're not going to be joining.
Oh no.
And the crew is listening to Kurzak's orders to get the ship ready to go and shoved off, and a lot of the crew are sort of side-eyeing Core as he is a stranger aboard the ship.
And he's gonna like kind of tap Core on the shoulder and point out Chowder. That's Chowder. You should just give her like a wide berth.
So right now Core is at the very front of the ship, and he's just like not letting his eyes off the other ship. So I don't know, you might have to speak up again for him to pay attention to you.
Core.
What?
Do you see that goblin with the knives?
Yeah, why?
Just don't go near her.
Why?
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
And then Nemi's just gonna like walk off.
You just hear Core sigh, and he goes back to watching the ship.
Do you want to introduce yourself to everybody, or?
Is that really necessary?
We are but family.
Right. But I'm not. And I would rather all focus be put on picking up as much speed as possible so we don't lose that ship.
Please?
Sound like a plan?
Please?
Please what?
You say please. Did not order my crew around and not say please.
Wasn't giving an order yet.
You said you did not want to lose that ship. We don't lose that ship. Please.
What is happening here?
I'm just saying that we don't want you to, how you say, disrespect our family.
Well, there will be no disrespect had if we catch that ship. If we lose it, I can't promise anything.
Please.
You see, it's
Just
just that if we don't, you know, first impressions count. You see, and if we don't make sure that they at least respect you the tiniest little bit, we might potentially have some problems with doing everything as quickly as we'd like. So
They are a bit
Yeah.
stressful.
That's a good point, actually. If they don't like you, things are going to go downhill really fast.
Can I ask just one question? Whose ship is this?
It is our ship.
Azric's.
Okay, it's not my ship. This is not my crew. I don't intend to boss your crew around. That's your job, not mine.
It's your mission, though, so, you know.
I'm not mistaken. You are hired to be a part of this mission as well.
Yes, but you were supposed to be in charge of the mission, is what I thought.
I am.
So you're in charge of the mission, and you are using our boat for your mission, and you're in charge, and you need to introduce yourself to the crew because they're kind of special, and if they don't like you, they might just throw you overboard.
Does have a point.
I invite them to do so. Because the entirety of Escos, at least those who matter, know exactly who you are. If they heard you throw a watcher overboard in the middle of a mission and then failed the
you didn't do
mission,
it. It
that'll be
would be
your head,
them.
not mine.
But if we failed the mission and you were overboard, then there would be nobody left to tell them.
Is he threatening us?
Wait a
He
minute.
is trying to with his small ego.
Sounds
we're
like.
all gonna be friends.
Hold on. You just
All I did
threatened to
was
throw
ask
me
if
over
you
the
said please.
ship.
I'm not going to throw anyone over the ship. I would never.
Chowder, on the other hand, well, you never know with that one, do you?
We really don't.
You look over to see Chowder, who is sort of struggling to tie a knot in one of the riggings for the sails. And Boulder, the half-orc who came over from the Banshee, goes to help her. And as soon as he gets close, you see her pull a large cleaver out of her belt and just holds it up to his throat as he bends down to grab the knot. Fine, do it yourself. And he just kind of goes somewhere else.
Listen, if this is going to make you all focus on the mission, I will tell the crew my name. Fair?
Yes.
I do not
Wonderful.
care if you tell them your name. I am just saying that it might be good if you just say please.
Manners are really helpful, yeah.
Just a little bit of rapport, you see.
Yeah.
Did you just not ask me to introduce myself to your crew?
But I don't mean that you have to say your name. I'm just saying, like, hey, we are following this ship. If we could keep an eye on it, that would be great, please. Something like that. Whatever you want to say, as long as you say please.
Well, do you want to gather their attention?
And I just like sashay. Like they don't. I don't even need to call them. They just like look at me. Like.
Yeah, everyone's looking.
And then I like bow and like look at him, you know, like you have the floor, dude.
Hello, crew of Whatever the name of this
Unfortunate.
ship is, the Unfortunate. You don't know me. I don't know you. Honestly, I prefer to keep it that way. Our interest is that. We're tracking it because it holds something valuable. Something very, very valuable. And I'd very much like to have it. And if you would like to help me get it, please focus on catching that ship.
And I like nod as like approved.
And as soon as you throw the please in there, the whole crew just kind of snickers like.
Are we done?
Hi.
Yes, beautiful, wonderful. Taj, should we potentially? I think everything's nearly ready. Though we will need a good rest. So I'm going to ask Chowder if we have any provisions and everything ready. Have some dinner, have some sleep. Feel free to talk about the plan. Let us know in the morning.
I think that it is not going to be got tonight, so we have plenty of time to sleep and get what we need to do to prepare.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, if I
And
remember.
Kuda kind of
Mhm.
wanders off to see how the kitchen's going, but not to actually like participate, just to kind of see what's available.
Yeah. Right now, so it's. I think I mentioned it was like late afternoon, when you all had left. Maybe like, yeah, late afternoon seems about right. So there ain't shit available in the kitchen because everyone just rushed on board to get going, essentially, right? So with that, if you want to talk to Chowder, she's trying to tie some knots. You can talk to her at your own risk if you would like.
Yes, just from a distance, safety first. Chowder.
I can do it myself.
Oh no, that's all right. I know you can absolutely do it yourself. I just wanted to ask, what do you need anything for tonight's supper? Because we should probably get that started soon.
Oh, yes. Maybe.
Maybe. What would you like to be making tonight?
Can you make slop?
You want to make slop?
Can you make slop?
Me make slop.
Can you?
I can make slop. Sure. You want to tie this and I'll go make slop?
Start slop, I finish slop.
Okay. All right, love. Excellent. And then Kuta just runs off to start making the slop.
Fantastic.
+10 reputation with Chowder. Thank God.
You never know which way it's gonna go. That's the thing. Is it a plus or a minus?
Taj. Since Cor doesn't seem to want to make any plans, and you're in charge instead of Azric, do we want to try to get on the boat before they know it?
Yeah, I do think that is a good idea. Maybe some sort of sneak attack. We don't even have to attack them. I have the ability to go invisible, and I can bring one person with me. So
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get some animals to swim us there faster.
that could be a good
Are
idea.
you afraid of sharks?
Not that I know of.
How do you feel about dolphins?
I have no opinion.
Okay, good. Let me see if I can find someone. Yeah, and you all will watch as Emmy basically, I guess, ties a rope so she can use herself to fish for friends for a little while.
Okay.
If I see them, I can talk to them, but I have to see one. So I'm gonna go underwater while we're boating.
Gotcha. Okay, so while that's happening, you see Whisper sort of come up to the deck. And at this point, Cooter's under the deck, helping make slop. Emmy is I don't know.
Fishing for friends.
Fishing for friends. I was like water skiing but failing upside down. I don't know. So she just sees
Something like that.
Taj. And she sort of just looks around and she comes up to you, Taj, and she says, "Care to tell me what in the fuck's going on here?"
Yeah. Our friend Hedon is gone. He is useless, and we parked him somewhere else.
Does that
And
mean the position's open?
Alita Azric is sick. He's in the infirmary. And this guy is well, it is a favor for a favor, so we need to help him so he can help us. Basically make sure that Hayden can be not stoned anymore.
She looks kind of confused and like side eyes Core. You do know what he is, right?
This is the only way.
And you brought him aboard this ship.
Unfortunately, the spell that we need for our friend Hayden to not be stoned is a very high level. And so we turn to the only place that can do it, the church.
The problem with Hayden is just being stoned. We don't just bring him aboard and have him sleep it off.
Does not work like that. It is forever.
Not stoned, but stoned. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Like petrified.
Yeah, just like that. It was a basilisk.
Fuck. You've all been, what, landside for a few days? And you lose your captain and your quartermaster?
It has been quite eventful.
Look, I don't want to start anything, but you do realize I have to let her know, right, that this is going on.
Would it saw something or not?
If I knew what Blackbeak was gonna do, then, well, I'd probably be in a very different profession if I could read her mind, huh?
Well, I'm just saying, if you do not want it to saw something, then there's no reason you need to tell her. As far as I know, we are on track. This is just a little side quest.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, please. We. Where are you, persuasion? 19.
Kind of goes back and forth. Oh. I'll give you a week tops. And by that, I mean both your captain and your quartermaster are back on board, and we're back to doing what we do best.
If we are not back in a week, then you can tell her that we are simply vacationing in Escos. And I do not know.
Well, if I
It's
tell her
just little-
that, she'll probably tell me to kill you all and take the ship. I don't really want to do that.
It is
Oh.
a joke, but
Right.
just to explain why we have been docked for so long, but if you can keep the secret, that would be great.
Next question that I have is if Azric owned Eden gone, that leaves two quite large vacancies in the officers on the ship. I mean, you can look, you can see it in the crew's faces, and they're just kind of not doing anything different than usual, but I mean, it's your crew. And she's like, they don't know up from down. Who are they supposed to listen to you? They're listening to you? Are you the captain now? Maybe they're gonna listen to this fuck off over here, and points to Core, who's standing at the front of the ship, looking at the other ship. I'm assuming at the Reckoner.
Yeah, it's like just kind of leaned over, impatiently tapping on the railing. This banger.
I suppose that Azek could leave me in charge, but I do not need to be in charge if you want to be in charge. The only goal is that we get some stupid box on that ship. How we get it and who tells us to get it, I do not care.
Tell you what. Since Captain left you in charge, in exchange for holding off telling Blackbeak that you have some missing crew members, maybe you just make me quartermaster in the meantime.
In the meantime, I do not see how that could be hurtful. But as soon as everybody is tip top, it is back to normal.
Well, as long as Eden's well enough to take it back.
As long as that does not involve a duel of sorts. And he as well. He gets a spot.
Well, it sounds fair. But, I mean, it's up to the crew too. I mean, that is the person who they typically follow. But, it sounds reasonable to me. Maybe they'll grow to like us. We could get comfy in these positions.
I do not see why not. I think strong women are great.
Does Whisper mean Taj as captain and Whisper as quartermaster? Oh yeah, lady crew, let's go.
Now, I'm supposed to help you along with this little mission, or whatever the hell it is. You're gonna have to fill me in on what the fuck's going on. You're looking for a box on that ship?
It is a small box. I honestly do not know what is inside of it, except that it is very important. And whatever it is could mean the end, but I do not recall all the details. But Cooter, she has a memory of stone, so to speak. Very strong. You might remember why we are after this box, or what is inside.
Are you
Do I have supersonic perception from the from the kitchen to be able to hear her talking?
You're in the galley,
about
which
me?
is below deck, so I guess
Sorry,
my question.
what was that, love? Yeah, absolutely. The box was.
Yeah, she'll come find you in a moment. I guess my question for you is Taj just kind of saying as least as possible, or just like go ask Cooter, she knows? Like, are you
As
purposely?
a character, I like legit don't remember at all
Got it.
because I zone out. So I'm deferring because
Yeah,
I don't know.
Got it. Making sure. If
Yeah,
you were just
no,
kind of
I'm
being
not
sneaky
trying
or
to
not.
be sneaky. I just
Got it.
straight up don't know.
You're like, I don't know the words that you use to describe this, Max.
I don't know what's in that box.
If Curta was here, she would be able to recount everything for you.
Yep. With that, you see that Whisper sort of addresses the rest of the crew, and she goes, "Listen up. As of now, I'm your acting quartermaster. And by that, Taj is now acting captain. Taj makes the orders, and I make sure they're carried out. Understood?" And the crew like nods and almost looks like, oh shit. Like, the scary lady is in charge now? Both of them? Not both of them, just kidding. Whisper being the scary lady. Good. And she looks over at Chowder. Please bring Uta here immediately. And Chowder just eyes get really big, and then she lets go of the rigging because she still failed to tie the knot, and it starts to unravel, and then Boulder just grabs it before the rope just it goes back up the mast. And Chowder just scurries down and goes to get you, Cooter.
Oh yes, hello, love. Would you mind finishing the slop then?
You have to go up now.
Okay, all right. I'm on my way. Thank you, dear.
And As you go up the stairway, you hear her go, "This slop. It's better than
Oh.
slop." And you just hear
Oh,
her
good.
slurping what you were starting.
Is she gonna eat it all?
You see, come up and Whisper is sort of talking with Taj. Dude,
Hello. Yes, you called for me.
what's in the box?
What's in the box? In the box. What's in the box today? Well,
Box that is on the other ship, but do we have to?
yes, it was a very powerful artifact. May or may not include canines. A very old artifact. Apparently, it was maybe pre-catastrophic or during catastrophic. Very scary thing. We actually detected magic from it when we were on the way here following the ship. So that's how powerful it might potentially be. I'm a little bit concerned myself, but we do need to keep it safe because they're in the wrong hands, you see. Oh dear. She starts like kind of being overwhelmed with the prospect of another catastrophe.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So, I guess we need a plan. And then with that, switch over to Emmy. Emmy, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to make a date with some speedy swimming animals for tomorrow's attack.
Sure. How are you trying to do this?
So Emmy has an ability called something sea elf that lets me talk to animal or lets me convey information to animals. I can't
Right.
talk to them. I can convey information, and I'm basically sending out an ask for like we need aid, and if someone can aid us, we will give you food. And I'm gonna try and find like a whale, pot of dolphins, herd of sharks, anything that would have a swim speed that would be, because I've seen dolphins and whales, they can go faster than boats. So anything that like if it really wanted to, we could like hold on to their fin and like zoom up to the boat.
Gotcha.
If I can't see any big ones, then I'll get a message to something smaller to be like, hey, can you go find so and so?
So, with your friend of the sea feature, it's you can communicate simple ideas to any beast
Yes.
with a swimming speed.
Help us.
I would say, like, if your goal is like take us to there, that could probably work. But like,
Oh, so it'd have to be like tomorrow when we're ready to go.
it's like
kinda thing.
it's like a simple idea, unless you're like using resources or like conjuring
Like
stuff.
use-
Like,
Maybe I'll just conjure animals tomorrow. Will that I don't know how that works with sea creatures. Will I be able to pick something with a swim speed that's
Yeah.
fast enough if I do that?
I mean, probably. That makes
Okay, let's just
sense.
do that. That seems simpler.
'Cause,
So
yeah,
Emmy's-
this is they can't even you can't even understand what they're saying to you either.
Okay.
So
instead of that, I took Cooter's bucket and I'm gonna tell some fish to get in the bucket.
okay. What do you
And
tell
at least
the
I'm
fish to
gonna
get in
get
the bucket?
it. I'm getting dinner. If you get in the bucket, you'll get free food. I lied to them.
You're evil. Sure, you find a fish or two is willing to get in the bucket. And they look at you.
I'm gonna give them
expectantly.
some free food. I'll give them some ration crumblies.
Mhm.
No, I want like a bunch of fish. I'm gonna stay down there and get a bunch of fish so that we can
Sure.
have a big dinner.
You have
and I'll
you
take
have
them
fish dinner.
I'll take them to chowder to add to the slop.
Okay.
So make some bouillabaisse.
Slop.
I don't know how to say that word. Slop.
Sure, you can find some fish. And you come aboard soaking wet from being in the water. And you've grabbed some fish, take it down to
I
Chowder.
hold out the bucket. I got dinner, and I like skip along to find Chowder.
Mm-hmm. She's down in the galley, and you see her like both like preparing and eating at the same time, like the same dish.
Hey, Chowder, I brought you some fish.
More, yes, good. Bring fish.
Okay.
And she grabs a spoon and like shoves it in your face. Try and just like.
Okay. Is it good?
It's like the beginnings of like a stew.
This is really good slop, Chowder.
Not slop.
Oh,
Super slop.
super slop. Oh, we've never had that before. I'm looking forward to dinner. Okay, I have to go rest now so I can prepare better spells.
He
If
nods.
you need anything, just call. Don't stab anyone.
No promises.
Tomorrow there will be lots of people for you to stab, so you just want to save your energy.
It smiles a big toothy grin at you.
Okay, that's not frightening at all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
So Pewter and Whisper and Taj are all together. And Whisper just asked about a plan. So what's the plan here?
I believe Emmy was working on scouting ahead to see what our options might be.
I
We
couldn't
might.
find any friends, but I can conjure some friends to swim us over to the ship when we're ready, faster than the boat.
So I think the plan is that I can cast water breathing on all of us, and then what we can do is use our fence to get near to the boat underwater undetected, and then I can get two people to be invisible. We will try to get to the box unnoticed, and if we are noticed, then our friend will put a message in the sky for the ship to come near, and we will have a battle. A proper one. But we would like to do it sneakily first.
The other two of us can just keep swimming by the boat and try to stay undetected in the wake until you need us.
I can send a message.
Perfect.
So the plan is you're going aboard. And if we see a message in the sky, then we have a proper battle. You suggesting that we blow the ship apart while you're still on it?
I mean, we have water breathing, so we could just swim back aboard. If the ship goes down, and that's not a problem.
And how will you get back aboard the Unfortunate?
We have friends that can help swim us.
Well,
We can
Do you
give the
have,
signal once we abandon ship.
Do you have any suggestions?
well, if you can pull it off, that's probably high risk, high reward. We don't have to put our ship into danger. Hopefully get away before they know that what they're missing is gone. If you get caught, that's the problem. Unfortunately. Because then we're on the back foot. Because they know that you're there. And we don't have the element of surprise. On firing first. Merits either way. Do you know where they're going?
I think they are going to the Gilded Door. Want to get them before they get there, because then they might have fins.
I mean, Gilded Atoll is neutral. Not as unaligned as home, but I'm assuming if they have any friends there, can't be too many.
Do you think it is better to wait till they dock?
I mean, if what you're saying is true, if we lose them, then well, that's quite a thing to lose. So, I wasn't there. I don't have all the information that you do, but it's up to you, Captain.
In that
Is he-
case, what if we were to stow aboard their ship and then wait until they dock, so that we don't have any chance of losing?
Could be a possibility.
Well, their ship is about the same size as our ship, except it has more guns. It looks newer. I mean, too many places to hide. There's a deck and then a hold. And if you're confident you can hide out there for multiple days without food or water, then be my guest.
Well, we don't have to get there right now.
Whatever you decide to
Else
do,
we should-
we'll do it.
Well, we do have Emmy to keep a keen eye, or a bird's eye, if you will, on them until such time as potentially we might need to act. So I guess it's best for us to take this time now to rest up and continue scouting, perhaps.
Do you want me to scout? I could ask a seagull to fly over there.
Well, I don't think we'll need to just yet. I'm just, if it is going to be a few days' sail to where we're going, we should at least maybe once a day see if we can get a sense of what they're doing and where they're
I
going,
can
perhaps.
do it as a ritual, so that's no problem. I have it prepared.
Then that way we can all get a good night's sleep tonight and prepare for whatever might come. Anyway, just my 2 cents, Captain.
I definitely do not think that what we should do today. We could rest and think about it in the morning.
Do you want me
Yeah.
to go look at their ship and see if they're watching us? Or, I mean, I just would look through the eyes of a seagull. They wouldn't know it's me.
That is very helpful.
I can use, I'll use Be Sense as a ritual on whatever bird is nearby.
Yeah, you're still.
I'll just wait till I see one flying over.
Yeah, you all just left the harbor, so there's plenty of seagulls and stuff nearby.
I'm gonna give it the thought of go to that ship.
Mm-hmm.
They have food.
Yeah, so you can basically just see through their eyes whenever you touch them. So yeah, easy enough. You
Can't control them though.
right. You make a bargain with a seagull, and they start fly over the ship. Looks similar to yours in a lot of ways. It's like if you took your ship and then hit upgrade all on your ship and then got all the upgrades. Just nicer. But you could see like similar amount of crew, probably around 20 or more. All just really doing similar things as to what you all are doing, is getting the ship ready, making sure that the sails are raised, and they're leaving sort of the area of Escos, which is pretty well just due south or so, or southeast as you're getting out of the port and then going around. Nothing really out of the ordinary on the deck of the ship. Was there anything you were wanting to find?
Do I see any signs that they're watching us yet? Because we know just leaving the harbor might not be a big deal, but if they keep seeing us as they're moving forward, obviously it might be, but they may not be doing anything yet. Like anybody with a telescope looking at us or anything like that.
There are 2 dedicated people in the crow's nest, and you do spy one of them does have a spyglass. Very expensive.
Okay.
So they are well
We're gonna
funded.
steal that.
Can she like listen in on conversations?
Yeah, but I can't tell the bird to go down. So
Like if you told it that there was food, it might just go down naturally.
I did tell it there was food. So
That's how I got it to go over there.
Sure.
So it's up to the DM if the bird goes down, I guess.
So is the seagull flies over, and sort of just looks around at the people and flies around the ship, as it kind of goes by the crow's nest. You can see one of them kind of just sees the bird flying around and just kind of yells "piss off" and like throws something at it. And it sort of avoids it and just kind of keeps flying around. Nothing really of note here on the deck. Everyone looks busy trying to get this ship going as fast as possible.
Do I see what's his face from the museum?
No.
Okay.
He was last that you had heard of him, he had been taken in for questioning. And apparently
he's not still with them.
And
So
apparently knew nothing is what he told them.
But there's essentially no one on the ship that would recognize us either.
Nope. All right. So Seagull eventually flies, does its rounds, and comes back to get some food from you.
Oh no, I just told him he doesn't have to come back. I just told him there was food on that ship.
Oh, okay.
Once he gives up, I can just
Okay,
piece
that's
sense.
fine.
Okay, so they've got 2 in the crow's nest. One of them does have a telescope. They have about 20 plus crew, so I think they have us outnumbered. And they seem efficient. I didn't see anything else. I didn't see a box or anybody scary looking, or I didn't hear anything. But I can check again tomorrow if you want, Taj.
It is. It would be really good if we can listen in on conversation to make sure that
Yeah.
whether they know where they are going or if they are talking about the books.
If we want to do that, I don't know if people don't like seagulls. I'm learning. They usually like shoo them away, but I could try.
Are you able to be seagull and then if you see another animal on the ship to jump to another animal? They might
I
have a cat.
can't be a seagull, but I could ask a seal to carry Bucket over there. Bucket's kind of like he doesn't really like that idea, but I could do that.
That might not be a bad idea if the seagull
We'd have to
can
be
drop.
closer, I believe. That's all. So it might not be that. Double check while we do our rest and stuff.
Swim over there and then,
We can swim over there, no problem, and do the invisibility and spy on them before we.
or not even doing it. Like you guys just swim over there. Like you can breathe underwater, right? Because you're a water person.
Yeah.
And
mean,
then,
I
like
don't-
you like put Bucket on the ship and then swim back.
So that is possible if you find a way to swim faster than normal, because ships kind of sailing at full speed are much faster than like a person can just swim in the ocean. It's possible if you find somebody to get there faster.
I'd have to. It's tricky because in order to look through his eyes, I think I have to be within 100 feet or something. Sorry, let me pull up the spell. It's not on my. Because I have a unique version of it. I'm pretty sure there's a distance where I can see through his eyes, though. So.
Can you just cast the same spell that you cast on the seagull on Bucket?
No, he's not a beast. Yeah, it has to be 100 feet. So. But I mean, I can ask another seagull and we can try and see if it'll land and listen. I can hear. I just can't promise that the seagull will do what we want because they're stupid.
So as you were kind of having the conversation, Whisper looks at Taj and Cooter and Emmy. What's this guy's name again?
Cool.
Cool. Hey you, hey Cord.
Yeah.
Where do you fit in all this?
Well, my faction simply hired the service of this fine, adventurous seafaring crew.
Oh. So you're the babysitter.
It's been that way, yeah.
You know anything about sailing?
Yeah, unfortunately, no. However,
Yes, Hayden.
if the time comes, we need to fight, I got that more than handled.
No. Don't fall overboard. Or do. Either way.
I plan on staying firmly on this deck. Thank you very much.
Well, keep the ship in sight. Rest the day. And then see what tomorrow brings. Is that the plan?
I believe so, yes.
Board if you need to get some sleep. There's a hammock downstairs. It's next to the one that says chowder on it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Question, DM. Is that the only open bunk? Or is she just fucking with him?
Who's fucking with him?
Gotcha.
Aiden's bunk's open.
Alrighty. Is there anything else that you all want to do? Any conversations to be had before
I think
sleepy times?
at that point, Cor would walk over and just be like, "So, assuming we have a plan, no need to tell me now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm
I
sure
just
you
came up
all."
with a really good plan.
Yes. Well, first thing in the morning, then.
Yeah.
Yes, first thing in the morning.
Is it the evening?
Late afternoon.
Okay.
It's time for her afternoon nap.
Yes.
Interesting.
I guess I should ask this then. Anything a non-sailorman can do to get this ship moving?
Stay out of the way.
Fair enough. Just don't say I didn't ask.
Oh no, you're quite all right. I tend to stay away from all the bits and bobs myself, lest I accidentally screw something up again.
To be fair, Kota, your job is to keep people from dying.
Well, yes, I am well versed at that. Yes.
And I can be somewhat helpful in that regard.
So you are useful. Noted.
This armor doesn't come for no reason.
I just thought we could use you as an anchor. Kidding.
I like her.
Well, get your beauty sleep. We'll keep watch.
Oh yes, let me show you to your bunk.
I assume it's underneath.
Oh yeah, it's down there. Yes, you'll find it just down to the left. Do a loop-de-loop.
Well, not quite as tired as you all appear to be, so if you don't mind, I think I'll stay up here for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna go about his business.
I'm gonna go down to sleep to fast forward to the next day.
Sure. So, what we will do are there's going to be 2 watches per evening, and then we will do one during the day. We don't do one during the day this time because you were just leaving the port. These watches are going to be to keep the ship in sight ahead of you. I'm assuming, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you were just going with the flow, normal distance. You're not trying to get close to them. You're not trying to be stealthy. You're just sailing, and it just so happens to be in the direction that they are. Is that right? Cool. So I'll need someone for at least someone for a first watch and at least someone for a second watch. You can delegate it to your crew if you would like and want them to keep an eye on the ship, and they'll be making their own rules.
I would like to eat some super slop. Can we do that on our watch?
Absolutely.
Me and Cooter will eat super slop and do a watch together. We'll do the
Sure.
first one.
All right. So first watch late in the evening. Sun is setting over the pinnacle depths. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception roll, both of you.
19.
11.
What was Emmy's?
19.
19. Yeah, easy enough. You can keep the ship in your sights. No issue there. And then for second watch, is anyone else going to be on second watch, or are you going to leave it to the crew?
I forgot. If we're on second watch, we still get full,
Yep.
like sleepies, right?
Mhm.
I can be on second watch.
Okay.
Well,
The main
actually,
point
no.
of this is to not lose the ship, right?
I'm the captain
Correct.
right now, so the captain is not gonna do
Delegates.
this like measly. Yeah, I'm delegating.
Are you sleeping in the
Who are
captain's
we gonna-
quarters?
Yeah, why not?
That's nice. You're like, wow, Azur's got really nice captain's quarters. What
I
the fuck?
don't know why you're assuming Taj didn't make him let her sleep in the captain's quarters before now, anyways, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought we were besties. Like familiar. I've
Cora
been
can
here
help
before.
Was second watch.
All right. Go for it, Core, and I'll have someone from the ship do another.
Come on, dice.
Come on, Chowder.
Dice failed me.
Mm-hmm.
I got an 8.
Okay. You're struggling to see the ship in front of you. And sort of a little bit of, lump in your throat forms. And you kind of feel that panic, like, oh shit, like, where did the ship go? This is like our one job. Is it getting away? And then you look over, and you see Czar, one of the crew, sees you kind of like internally panic maybe a bit, and Czar's like, it's just right there. What's the problem?
I can only see so far with my sight, so just lost sight of it for a second.
Oh, blinking.
Thinking.
You blink, it's gone, but then it comes back.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Mhm.
It was the blinking.
Happens to the best of us, and the worst of us. All of us.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Okay.
This ship and crew. How long has it? This ship and a crew.
Maybe a month.
Month?
Wait.
Really?
Yeah, this ship, this crew.
Starting to get the picture now.
What picture?
The one in my head.
You're a funny half orc.
Orc?
Half orc. You're a funny half orc.
Oh.
You
Well,
see pictures in your head.
you never see a picture in your head.
No, it's silly.
You don't daydream.
Dreams are for nighttime.
You dream at night.
Sometimes.
Do you see anything in your head? Just think on it. You don't have to answer me now.
I don't know.
How about this? Next time you take a rest, go to sleep. Try to remember if you see anything. Next day.
Alright. So I'll have to sleep with my eyes open.
Sure.
Cool.
Well, let's try not to blink and keep our eyes on that ship.
Mhm.
And I guess we'll pass to the next day.
If anyone's curious, that is called aphantasia. People can't imagine things in their head.
Drew has that.
Mm-hmm.
The more you
So
know.
weird.
There you go. Fun times. I don't know why, but it's, you know what?
Do the same people also not have like an inner monologue? Like and there's some people that said they
people
don't
don't.
have like
Yeah.
an inner voice. Like them
Drew
thinking.
has an inner voice, but he, like if you tell him like, can you picture a hamburger? He just sees like a cloud. Like he can't picture a hamburger.
That's
All I
wild.
do is picture hamburgers all day long.
Same.
Simpler life. All right. As you all get your rest for the evening, you can see the bright full moon above you all. And as the night ends and day begins, you all do get your long rest. You can prepare any spells that you would like to prepare. Make sure you have all your health points if you're missing any. None of you are exhausted anymore if you were. All the good things. So luckily you had lots of moonlight to try and see that ship ahead of you. So it's a new day. The ship is ahead of you, several hundreds of feet, the normal distance for ships to kind of go sailing in sort of a busy seaway. You've noticed that they have taken a slight sort of heading to the west, which makes sense because there's nothing else to the east except empty ocean. So at this point, there is no real clear indication of where everyone is going at this point.
Are you saying it's the edge of the planet?
As far as you
If you
know,
continue going east, the world is flat.
I was just
Well-
gonna say fine.
well, I mean, you all know that this is pretty common knowledge amongst the Broken Continent. If you sail too far to the east, people don't come back.
Because they just sail right off the edge of the planet.
I didn't say that, but you can
Into
make your own
Neverland.
conjectures.
Oh no. Cooter's a flat roamer.
Maybe maybe that's why Silverado doesn't like her.
That'd be the topic for the next.
She's like
Common
looking
knowledge.
for all the research for like to prove her point. Like
Yeah.
That's why.
No.
He's got a YouTube channel and a TikTok.
Oh my god, but Cooter,
That's
you're
why
so
I
smart.
made this artifact.
You're so smart, Cooter. No.
And they say 99% of scientists agree she's the 1% that doesn't. Like,
With like 9 out of 10 dentists recommend she's the one dentist. 9 out of 10 artificers agree that. All right, new day. It is now Quintus the 19th.
First thing I want to do is find another seagull and do a little scouty-roo again.
Well, first things first, it is a cool 67 degrees Fahrenheit outside, just in case,
Oh.
and it's clear skies.
Just in case. Cool.
So a little further out, you're basically a day from landfall at this point. So off the top of my head, I don't know how far seagulls venture away from land. Let's see what the internet has to say, and I'm going to hold it as true.
Far, actually, because they can go between continents and stuff.
And they may fly more than 100 miles a day, going between feeding and nesting sites. Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks,
they're insane.
Google.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you see them in my state, which is Ohio, which is nowhere near an ocean.
And this is why VS hates seagulls in real life.
Oh no, are you having a seagull problem, VS? Do you need us to help
No.
you?
Keep pooping on you.
Yeah, any bird, even if it's a scruffy looking one, whichever one I see first, I'll kind of yell at and tell it there's food on the other ship.
Okay.
Into land.
I'd have to use speak with animals to probably tell it that. Let's see, do I have that? I mean, I could have prepared that.
So you see an albatross.
Ooh, that's a big seagull.
It's a bird. It's a large
Oh
bird.
my god, make it eat their spyglass. Look at
yeah,
that worm.
I'm gonna tell it that the shiny in the crow's nest is delicious.
Got you. So what I'll have you do at this point is you've seen the albatross, you can convey simple ideas, and then the idea that you want to convey is the shiny thing up there is delicious.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have you try to persuade this bird.
Okay. Okay. I have a question. If I roll really well, will it go try to steal the telescope? I'm gonna use my inspiration on this in hopes that that's
Okay.
what it leads to. 'Cause that would be awesome. We might not get it, but then they can't look at us, so that'd be great. That was a waste of an inspiration. Persuasion?
Yep.
You said? 9?
Hey. So
Sadness.
it's not, you didn't waste the inspiration. It's all about the bird friends you made along the way. This big ass bird, and you're basically trying to communicate shiny over there. And with a 9, it sort of flies just kind of around, and really just doesn't pay any attention to what you're saying. It's just sort of just like looking around on the ship, looking for free snacks, and then makes their way out.
Nope. I tried.
Alrighty. It is a new day. What would the crew like to do?
Do we want to attack at night?
Want to attack at all?
Well, I mean, not attack, but like do the invisibility plan that we talked about at night.
Yes. Yes.
Could do night, but that will also hinder our vision as well.
Oh, you're right.
And our crew
How-
might need to catch up with us.
Okay,
And
yeah.
don't
Then
we-
maybe
Things
we,
go
we
south.
just do
So I
it
don't know.
now. Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Would
Will it
Skywrite be
last long
visible at
enough?
night?
You tell me. I don't know what the spell is off the top of my head.
We did skyride at night once. It was lit up by the moonlight, and it's a full moon currently.
True.
We did that
Oh.
once, I remember, because Cuda brain.
I just got in my head sky riding at night. Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't know
By the
why.
full moonlight.
I think Core approaches you on. Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, hello. Good morning, Super Slop.
No.
She bring-
About that plan. What's happening?
Super stop. It's too good.
We're going to go over to that ship in a faster way by using some of Ami's vents. And then I will cast invisibility onto people and they can climb aboard and try to sneak and get what do we need to get, and then we skedaddle out of there. if something goes awry, Emmy will use Skylight and tell the ship that we are in danger. And a fight will brew, but we don't want to fight if we don't need to. We might as well try to do it stealthily first. Get in and out.
All 4 of us are gonna go, right? Just so the 2 of us are there ready if something goes wrong.
I need to touch you in order to make you invisible. But I will not go on the ship. This is for you.
Wonderful. And where are these friends?
And I look to Emmy, like, where are your friends?
Oh, well, I will summon them when it's time. They can last for an hour, so I didn't want to summon them until we're ready to go.
I see. Anything else?
You breathe underwater, Core?
Oh, yeah, let me do this for you. And I do a ritual and cast water breathing on, like, everybody. Like, our ship. I can do up to 10 willing creatures, so
All right.
Ooh, nice.
10 people all now have water breathing.
So 4 of y'all, and then 6 of the crew to be determined at a later time.
Do Whisper and then whomever else.
Okay.
And Boulder.
Boulder, and like whoever is a useful fighter can have it in case like they need to jump in the water or like do something, you know.
Whoever's a useful fighter and isn't as good at managing the actual ship.
Okay.
Like Chowder, who is basically a crackhead
She
with a
loves-
dagger.
Yeah.
Crackhead with a
I
knife.
probably can't swim good, so actually giving that to her is probably pretty smart.
Amazing. Alrighty.
And I would like to, before I, dang, I can't do both. I can only do Conjure Animals Warpass without Trace, so we won't be able to do.
Does anyone
Without
else have
trace.
pass without a trace?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Sorry, for some reason I thought pass was not concentration. I think we'll be okay without it because we're gonna be literally underwater while we swim over there. So like, as long as
Yeah.
we're careful when we start to go up.
I could, this is VS speaking. When we get close to the ship, I could use one of my slots to cast Detect Magic on myself, so I can see perhaps
the box.
where in the ship the box is.
Smart.
Yeah, and then like for the record, who wants to go like on the ship and I'll like cast invisibility on them.
You know, Core's definitely going.
Do, like,
Yeah,
do we
Cole
want
has to because
four?
he's a quiet boy, but I don't know if it's a
Yeah.
good idea
Well,
for
I'm
Kuda
not
to,
s-
but also she's useless on our ship.
I'm
so-
also not stealthy, so it's between us. It doesn't matter.
I don't necessarily have
It's
good
between
stealth.
Cooter and Emmy. Because I will not be here after break, so
I have a +1 to stealth, but I don't have a disadvantage due to my plate because of my boots, and they don't
Yeah.
make a sound.
Oh,
when I
nice.
walk.
I guess
I
we
mean,
should
we'll be
all
invisible, so it's
go
gonna
there
be.
anyway, yeah.
If my boots
Okay.
don't make a sound when I walk, well, no, that normally would give advantage, but never mind. It's
Mhm.
I think
just
I
cancels.
should
It just cancels out my
go-
thing.
If I go and it's the fan, I can turn into like a big animal at least. So
or you could turn into a small animal.
or
you
that
need to.
too. I have more. I think I'll have
So,
more flexibility than Cooter. So
Spirit comes up and goes, "Well, what the fuck are we doing? Is it time or what? What's the plan?
we're going.
Is it now? Is it later? Is it nighttime?
Well,
Clue us in
now
right now."
we're figuring out the order that we have to cast the spells in. I don't know if you know this, but magic is very complicated.
I'm very well versed. I'm very well versed in magic. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I
Oh,
will
can
cast
you do
invis-
Sending Whisper?
What?
Do you know the spell Sending?
Why do you care?
Because we're gonna be over there and we can't really communicate with the ship very easily. And you could just like check in with us every now and then if you're worried.
It'll be fine.
Okay, well, that's helpful.
Do you know any
Um,
spells with fire? Maybe something that could be useful for us?
That's without trace would be great if you know it.
It's not something that I believe is available to me.
What about? You know what? I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna start conjuring the animals. Are we all ready to go?
I'm ready
you
if
have
you're
to-
ready.
Do you have to cast your spells above water? Because you'll want to do it before we go.
It doesn't say anything about that.
Since she has water breathing, she can cast underwater, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we're good to go. We can do it when we
Yeah.
get there.
And casting the spells underwater is like they can't hear me anyways because I'm under the water.
Yeah, I mean, if you're way under the water, it's just going to be bubbles coming up, but you're also in an ocean, so
Okay, cool. Because I mean, I have the cantrip that allows me to do it quietly, but if I don't have to blow a cantrip, then I'm not gonna do it.
the whatchamacallit, not a cantrip, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah. The
I can't remember the
sorcerer.
words.
Yeah. It's
Sorcery point.
Thank you.
yeah. Subtle
So,
spell.
Yep. The only
Bit of
thing that you'll
magic.
have to be aware of, unless you just want to go super deep and come back up, is like being seen from someone like the crow's nest or something into the water. But you can handle that. Cool.
Yeah.
So before we break, the plan is everybody has water breathing. Emmy's gonna get some animal friends. Some people are gonna go to the ship, and then 2 people are gonna be invisible.
I'm gonna cast invisibility if you'll allow, Max. Like I don't
Yeah.
know when you
Yeah.
plan on breaking, but if like we get to the ship and then we break, or if I'm already gone, then the plan is like I'm gonna sit in the water or like underwater or whatever. I'll
We'll be in the
cast
wake.
invisibility.
The animals are going to follow in the wake of the ship.
Yeah. So like I'll touch because it's a 10-minute spell. So no, it's not 10 minutes. It's an hour. It's an hour.
So which 2 people are gonna get it is all I'm asking. That's so I know. Before you leave.
Emmy and Core, I believe.
Okay. And then Cooter, what are you gonna do
Panic.
in the water?
She'll be underwater with me.
Okay.
Wait,
perfect.
did Cooter take Skywrite or did Emmy take Skywrite?
You said you did.
I have it. Okay.
Okay. I think that's a good
Yeah, I have it.
time to go ahead and take our break.
Oh
so
god, it's
when
all
we
gonna go
come-
wrong.
So when we come back, all the shit's gonna hit the fan. So
I'm so sorry, you guys.
That's gonna come back next week, and it's gonna be that meme of Community where he comes back with the pizza and everything's like on fire, and Max gonna be like, "We had a plan."
What happened? Or like the Pulp Fiction, like I come in and I'm like looking both ways and I'm like, what's happening here?
yeah. But anyway,
I need that meme of you now. We need to make that.
anyway, sit tight, everybody. Go grab some snacks and some beverages. Go stretch your appendages, and when we come back, we're gonna get to some shenanigans. So see you in a bit.
Be right back.
And welcome back, everybody. After the break, we're going to get into some shenanigans. Mac was only joining us for the first half this evening. She has a little trip planned, so safe travels to Mac. And now it is just the three of you. So, where we left off, you all were enacting the plan. So remind me and the audience once again, what is the plan?
So, Emmy is going to summon some animals.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to swim over there under the water in their wake, where the waves will be. When we get there, we're going to find a rope or a ladder to climb aboard, and Taj is going to cast... No. Cora is going to cast something.
Yeah.
Detect magic, and then invisibility.
Detect magic. And then Taj casts invisibility, and then she returns to the ship on her seahorse.
All right.
Emmy and Cora will be invisible.
Gotcha. So we will fast
Cooter's
forward
hiding in panic.
all of that.
Cooter's puking into the ocean, so it doesn't really matter.
Very quietly.
Yeah. I need to make a
Alrighty.
bucket emote now. I mean, not bucket the crab. I mean bucket. Well, I need 2 buckets. I think we need 2 bucket emotes.
Oh my god, this music is like the thinking strategy mission music from any Final Fantasy game.
Or just an emote of or Hayden turning the stone.
Do you have a Hayden emote? But I don't think it's
Nah,
No, it's not
added yet.
It's not.
But I should make a stone version of that same.
Just make it grayscale.
Yeah, and instead of flexing, he just goes.
Alrighty. So all of the spells have been cast. Right now, it is currently Core and Emmy and Cooter on their seahorse under the water,
Yeah,
chasing after
seahorses.
their giant seahorse, I should say, going after the ship. And Cooter is going to be staying behind for now, I believe, while Emmy and Core attempt to infiltrate the ship. So
Infiltrate
In case
the
I
suppliers,
perceive
the
any
dealers.
danger.
We're gonna infiltrate the dealers and find
I-
the suppliers.
If I naturally perceive any danger, I will enact
Yell.
the panic.
Set something on fire if anything bad happens.
That will be the
Or-
bad thing that happens.
Which came first, the Cooter or the chaos?
Mhm.
So, you all have the plan enacted, and you think you find a way that you can climb up to the ship. So, similar ship as yours in build quality, or not build quality, sorry, that's the thing where it's not similar. It's similar in overall, like, shape and, like, where things might be. What is the plan? Where are you trying to climb to? Are you going to climb up on the deck? Or are you going to try and, what are you doing?
If it's like our ship, then we'd probably know a good spot to climb up. But my thought was that if there's like a window into the cabin, we could do that, or we'll just climb up on deck near the captain's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are windows out the back of the captain's quarters, but you're gonna have to break a window to get in. And aside from that, you might. Well, none of the gun ports are open, so you would have to force it open to try and crawl through the below deck. So your best bet at this point, without any resistance, is going to be climbing up on the top deck and making your way down.
Well, Core's leading the way because Core has detect magic. So
Mm-hmm. That lasts for how long?
10 minutes?
10 minutes? Yeah.
And what's the radius?
For detect magic? I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me.
At this point, you don't detect anything out of the ordinary, but it's only 30 feet. So that's going to sort of negate the bottom part of the hold where you are.
Yeah, and there's some stipulations on it too, like it's blocked by like 1 foot of stone, 3 feet of wood or dirt. So
Yeah. So you're climbing to the top, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Alrighty. I would like for both of you to make a stealth roll for me.
I will be using inspiration for this.
Same. And I'm throwing those dice out the window.
You already
'cause they
used your
are-
inspiration fund.
Taj gave me hers before she left.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Come on.
Ooh, this is for you, Mac.
Let's see. I got a 15.
I got a 1 and a 7, so
7 total.
-1, 6.
6 and a 15. Okay.
Boy. Oh boy. We're invisible though, so it's
We are invisible, so hopefully the DC is lower, but we don't know. And me like stubs her toe. Oh,
and there's
Like, covers her
ocean
mouth.
sounds. There, there's water lapping against the boat, and the crew's paying attention to their
Mhm, mhm,
jobs.
mhm.
Already negotiating.
yeah, they're really busy. They're like, plus they're sailors. They're probably not that good of hearing, anyways.
Yeah. There's a breeze in their ears.
Yeah. Breeze. That's good. That's good. They're all a little hungover from all the rum they've been drinking.
Yeah, they're celebrating. They got the thing there.
Yeah,
after.
they got the thing. They're about to be rich. Yeah.
Alrighty. So there are, when you're climbing up, and some of like the woods creaking and some of the ropes are sort of making
Yeah,
that kind of
creaking.
stuff. And under your footsteps, when you hit the deck, you just hit as you're kind of coming on, and you can see the 2 people that are in the crow's nest. There's the full complement of crew that are getting, tying the rigging off, making sure all the sails in the right place. There is one particular person that is barking out orders, and telling them to set a course and giving them direction on where to go. It looks like a sort of portly gentleman who has.
We overhear those directions.
Mhm.
Can I make a navigation check to see if I understand which direction they would be going in from his instructions?
Absolutely.
Ooh. All else fails, maybe we'll know where they're going. Oh, okay. 16.
16. So from your best bet is that they're continuing to the south to clear the islands, but it looks like they told him to turn starboard at a heading that would lead them like due west, maybe, because it's to the point where in maybe a day's time, if you kept going south, you would be in the area of the abyss.
Right.
But
Do we have the map up? Let me see.
so basically due west of where you were going to be at is going to be or west or northwest. So due west is the Pinnacle Depths. Northwest is around Escos, Gilded Atoll, on Test, that area. If you just kept going west, you'd hit Osham Miran. So you've kind of ruled out anywhere south as of now. So you make your way on the top of the deck. Where would you like to go?
Well,
Mies can't see Core, but she's like got her hand like kind of holding a piece of his like robe or something so that she can keep
yeah, I have
them.
like a cloak thing. Well, Core knows that if they're storing the item, it's not going to be on the deck. So, I think, and if the layout is similar to the ship he was just on, then he'll probably try to carefully make his way to the steps heading down to the hold, trying to avoid being near any of the crew.
I'm keeping my ear hole to the ground.
Okay.
Just seeing if I start picking up any threads of magic in my sight.
I'm also gonna put Bucket down on the ground, and he's gonna start scurrying to a good lookout position where he can see most of the deck.
Okay. If you put Bucket
So
down,
just
he
like-
will not be invisible.
Right, but he's just a crab.
Okay.
So he's gonna stealth. He'll try to be hidden, and he's just gonna sneak along, like
Wait.
on the edge of the banister or something. No,
Hey.
I won't. I'll be. I'm just putting him down. I'm not casting anything.
Okay.
Right.
So you take Bucket.
You're just saying
and-
he won't be, correct?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take Bucket and you put him on the banister. Give me a sleight of hand check to see if anyone notices a crab appear out of thin air.
Hmm.
I was just gonna like kind of drop him on the ground as we're walking.
Okay. I mean, just see if you can drop him on the ground without someone noticing a crab appearing
Okay.
out of thin air.
12.
12. Okay. So Bucket is scuttling on the deck, and what do you want Bucket to do?
He's just gonna kind of and scuttle along and find like a piece of like coiled rope or a barrel or something that he can kind of hide behind, but where he has like a good visual of like the layout. This way,
Okay.
later, if I need to see who's on deck, I can swap to Bucket view.
Mhm.
But he's basically hiding right now. So
Okay. Bucket is hiding. Bucket feels hidden. So you make your
Okay.
way onto the deck. And you're about like midship at the moment. There is an entryway into the hold both at the fore and the aft. Which one are you all gonna head to?
Both have stairs to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are we closest to now?
You're in the middle. You're equidistant.
Or being a relatively smart individual,
Mm-hmm.
I think would make the assumption that they probably wouldn't keep the thing in like a general storage, wherever that may be. I'd assume that'd be more for
Okay.
down there. They might be keeping it close to the captain's quarters or something. I don't know.
Yeah. You let me
So
know
I-
where you want to go, and we'll go.
I think it would be the one more aft.
Okay. So you start heading towards the aft of the ship, the back.
Yeah.
And once
Well,
you,
no. My footsteps don't make any noise.
they sure don't. They sure don't. So you start walking to the aft. Emmy, you're holding on to his coattails, right?
yeah.
Okay. So you make your way to the aft, and then you feel, or you sort of see,
Just moving
like,
very slowly.
yeah, you sense a presence of magic towards the aft of the ship. Now, when you got there originally, when you were close to the hold, you didn't sense anything. So this is kind of pointing you towards the captain's quarters.
Okay. Keep shimmying our way to the stairs.
Gotcha. So the stairs will lead down the hold, and you're getting a ping in the quarters, which is
Oh, it's the quarters
the
above.
captain's quarters.
Oh,
Okay. So, all right.
Sorry, I thought that's where we went up here. I thought we checked that first. I got confused.
Nope.
No. assuming the doors are closed.
You try it.
I mean, like they're not currently open.
The door is not ajar. It is a door.
Wow, Max. Unsubscribe, everyone.
Oh, please don't. Please
Oh,
don't do that.
subscribe
Please
more.
don't. Please don't. We work hard.
If you don't subscribe, we'll keep doing it. There you go.
I guess we'll get closer in that direction. Do I see an individual on the deck right now that looks like they may be the captain out and about?
You see two people that look sort of important. There's about 7 or 8 people on the deck right now. One of which is a human gentleman with sort of scruffy beard, hair that goes down like midway to the neck, has like a brace of pistols on him, and just sort of is keeping and looking at the crew, shouting out orders. There's another person that's there on the up on the top on the I forgot the official name for it. It's not forecastle, I know that. What is it?
What are you trying to say?
Ship terms.
Yeah, ship terms.
Forecastle.
Yeah.
Ships have a bunch of funky terms.
They do. But it is going to be, I think it's the quarter deck, maybe. Basically, what's on top of the captain's quarters, the deck up there where
Right.
the helm usually is, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And there is the gentleman, the portly gentleman with the big sideburns that was yelling out orders that Emmy picked up on the direction of where they're going. So those two look
I just heard
important.
I thought you said the big lady with sideburns. I was
No,
like,
I'm a gentleman.
Oh, can we say it's a
There's-
lady though? Because I liked it.
Well, there is a lady. She's also on
Oh.
the deck, but she's working. She's doing stuff.
She doesn't have sideburns, so got it.
She doesn't have sideburns that you know of.
I guess if we're getting close to the captain quarters doors, like when I think there's no attention being paid in that direction, I'd like to. What kind of door handles are we talking about here? Is it a knob or is it like I don't know, like a bar?
It's like a knob,
Sure.
not a
Okay.
handle.
I would like to very slightly try to give it a turn to see if it's locked.
It is locked. You turn, doesn't give at all. And at this point, Emmy, you're following Hayden, grabbing onto him, and you're looking over your shoulder. And this is where you bump into him, and then he bumps into the door, and a little bit of rattling
Oh no.
on the door and the hinges.
Okay.
And no one seems to hear it, but the one that had the long hair with the brace of pistols sort of perks up and sort of looks in the area like they had heard something.
Just normal vibrations of the ship. No problems here.
You think he's heard something. You can see it on his face.
Is he just looking, or does he look like he's about to head our direction?
If this is Metal Gear Solid, he has a question mark above his head.
What was that?
Yeah.
What
I
are
will,
you hiding?
Whose
I will
footprints are these?
I will hold
Stop, it
it
hurts me.
still as possible. How long does invisibility last?
An hour.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
So
will, but my detect magic is. I mean, I already kind of have an idea of where things at. Maybe.
so he comes over, and I'm assuming you all had pushed away from the door of the captain's
Yeah,
quarters.
pushed away and kind of maybe up against the wall,
Mhm.
trying to be flat.
Yeah, so he comes over and sort of inspects the door, like pushes on it, turns the handle, looks around the hinges, like looks out around the boat, sort of looks behind the ship, taking note of like what's out there, looks around. Okay. So he looks and kind of furrows his brow and then turns back around and then just sort of stands on the other side of where you all are, and just sort of looks out to the open ocean, arms crossed, his back turned to you all.
And he's very lowly to himself says, "Must have been the wind."
So good.
Well, this is the problem, huh?
He then moseys on up above where the captain's quarters are, and then he's up on the upper deck there where you can't see what he's doing.
What to do in this situation?
I switch to look at you for a second and see if I can, I don't know, get any more useful info.
Yeah. Also, I believe that area of the ship's called the poop deck, not the quarter deck.
The
Deck.
famous poop
'Cause
deck.
It's small.
Is it
a
where
smaller
everyone
one.
goes to poop?
I mean,
So
the
it's what
Over
we're
the
ocean.
about to
side.
poop if we
Yeah.
get caught.
Sure, if they want, I guess. It's not my ship.
Just hang over the edge and poop into the ocean.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So you go into bucket mode, and we'll come back to you in a second. Cooter, you are sort of underneath the water and sort of internally panicking a bit.
Internally panicking, perceiving.
I'm assuming you're underneath the water to where you can't be seen, but you can see a figure that's sort of looking over on top of the poop deck, like looking down into the water, and then you see another person beside them also look over and look down into the water like they're looking for something or someone. What do?
Can I perceive a non-magical flame around?
Oh, you want to make a flame or what?
No, I want to perceive if there is one.
It's
do
the
I
middle, y'all,
see
y'all doing this in the middle of the day, so there's no flames or anything here.
Dang it. I'm guessing I can't hear anything because I'm under the water too.
Mm-hmm. You hear the soothing sounds of the ocean.
There goes my idea. Oh, are they holding anything metallic? Do I know? Can I sense it?
So I'm guessing you're at least like several feet under the water. Make an active perception roll for me to see if you can like discern anything about what they're holding or wearing or.
So that's plus 5, so 16.
16. From what you can see, one of them who's bending over and looking over the ship has some things like on his chest, on like a little crossways belt that look metallic and shiny.
And can I sense like immediate danger from them?
They're looking pretty
With how
hard
they're-
at like they're trying to find something or someone is what they're doing.
Okay. And I can't hide. I can't.
I mean, you could just dive deeper if you're worried about being seen. You're on a giant seahorse and you've got water breathing.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
under the ship or
But I don't want to go too deep that I can't return.
We'll be fine. The
Can I
seahorse has a really good
swing
move speed.
around to like the other side? Like
Yeah.
same in the wake, but like on the opposite side from them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, she's essentially in the get out car.
The getaway car.
The
yeah.
getaway car.
She's the getaway driver.
That's why, like, I don't want to cause too much of a scene, but I also don't want to abandon my position.
Yep. So they look at the other side. When they come to your side and peer over, you just kind of go up underneath and then over to the opposite side again. Nothing comes of it at this point.
I'm gonna hang out here and sit.
All right. Bucket vision. You see through the
Bucket vision.
abs of a magical crab. And there are people on deck, similar to what you saw earlier. Bucket can get a vantage point of just sees sort of the top of some heads looking over the sides of the ship up on the poop deck.
Yeah, I'm just checking in to see if there's anything that should be alarming us, make us move faster.
They are
Just
intensely
checking.
investigating, trying to find something or someone.
Okay, but they're not like about to find us, right? So I think we're okay. Unless it looks like they're about to find us, then Bucket's gonna do something.
No. They're not.
Okay, then we're good. I'm just waiting on Core to do what Core wants to do.
All right.
Okay. If it's back to us, and we need a distraction of some kind.
Ooh, did you whisper that?
No, he's just thinking to himself. He
So I can do that.
sort of feels next to him to try and feel for you. Like, how close are you? Like right next to him?
I'm right there, like holding onto your cloak. Yeah.
He's just gonna kind of like hunker down and very subtly whisper in your direction. Need to make a distraction.
Emmy will
Stay here for the time being. I'm going to go below and look for the ship's magazine.
What's that magazine?
Magazine is where they store all their gunpowder and ammunition.
Okay.
Now's not the
I
time to
think
be
Amy
reading,
probably
Core.
Huh?
So now's not the time to be reading, Core. We have serious shit to do.
No, I was like, the magazine. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, Emmy probably knows. She's stowed
Yeah.
away on a lot of ships before. But Bun was like, what the? Okay. What
I'm not-
magazine?
Unless you can think of anything else, I'm going to look for it now.
Okay.
Okay, stay here.
So he's going off to make a distraction.
He's
basically.
Seems
going
like-
to attempt to go down below and try to locate where their stores of gunpowder are.
And Emmy's gonna wait until she hears what counts as a distraction and try to open the door.
Well, yeah.
I
Either
guess.
he's gonna get caught or there's gonna be noise.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly
Core?
a sinking ship.
Either
Core?
will be a distraction, to be fair.
Uh-huh.
Make a stealth roll, Core.
Oh,
You got this. I believe in you.
boy. It's a straight roll this time.
Check your messages.
Check my message.
Oh, whoops.
I mean,
This is so stressful.
Unfortunately, that's gonna be totally up to you.
All right. Core, stealth roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's your call. We have no way of
Yeah,
communicating.
stealth roll. Here we go. 19.
That face looked like it was not a 19. You're like,
I know, I did it on purpose.
yeah.
Love
So
it.
you're kind of keeping a look
I rolled high.
around, and whenever no one seems to be looking in the direction, you quickly pull the sort of door up, go down the stairs, and drop it down behind you. And
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, okay.
there's that
They
little
didn't have it
hatch.
open already.
Mhm.
Oh boy. Okay, well, glad I I'd have known that. I thought they were just open steps. Okay. I'm slowly slinking my way down there.
Yeah, so you slink down below, and are looking for where you think they're going to store all of their gunpowder and all that.
And if I can't seem to locate that, then maybe wherever their mess is, like the kitchen. That's my second option.
Mm-hmm. So you know that are you assuming this is a similar layout to the ship that you were on?
Right.
One of the magazines is going to be sort of on the stern, the very back of the hold. Like there's not much. There's like a giant hold where like there's some people like sleeping places. There's like a galley where they kind of cook. There's not like a whole lot of room here. It's not a big cargo ship or anything.
Okay. Is there maybe some more, maybe a smaller amount towards the front for the front cannons, or is it all in one place?
There's usually two, one in the stern and one in the bow.
While he's wandering around trying to work that out, can Kuta do something?
Yeah, Cooter can do whatever she wants. She's an
And
Computer
infinite tortoise.
chaos. Let's go.
Also IRL chaos, but in the meantime, can she kind of slide back to that side where she was at? Are those two guys still there?
They're talking.
Yeah, cool. She's gonna kind of drift back, not quite into their view, but close enough that she's like in range. And then she's gonna cast heat metal on that guy's chest.
Okay.
Because she's not invisible and she's under the water, so she's like.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's heat metal 60 feet. You're well within range of 60 feet. So you cast heat metal on his weapon. And
Yeah, or like whatever was on his person, just to kind of see what reaction results, because it's
Mm-hmm.
So nervous.
I'm getting the sense something is amiss.
All right, so you cast heat metal. There's no save for this. It just starts to glow red hot. And you see them talking, and then you just hear a get it off, and like for a moment you just hear like yelling and panic, and then you hear and then you see a pistol like go off of the side of the ship and into the water and start sinking. If you can roll 2d8 for me.
Yes, I can. I don't need to find them. Here we go. Oh, that's a 10.
So they're gonna take 10 damage from that heat metal, and basically it heated up, and he like fucking threw it off the edge, like to get it off of him, just tossed it. So after that happens, you hear him yell, "There's someone on the ship! Look everywhere!" I heard
hear
them
that?
earlier.
Do we all hear it?
Oh yeah, he's yelling this. This guy, Emmy, is probably 20 feet from you up on the poop deck.
I have a question. A rules
yeah.
question.
Sure.
Does using a wild shape count as casting a spell?
That's a good question. I would say that wild shape is magic, but it's not casting a spell.
Because I was thinking I could be something small and skittery that I'm not going to choose not to say the name of.
Okay.
A water flea,
A beetle.
a beetle, and I want to skitter under the door.
A weevil. Are you the lesser of two weevils?
I'm the lesser weevil. Yeah, I want to be something really tiny, and I want to skitter straight up under the door of the cabin where we think the box is. Because
Okay.
we're on the clock now, so let's go.
Yeah. So you turn into a weevil and you skitter under. I'm just gonna take that. By the way, you're a weevil.
It's too funny.
You skitter under the door and you see a large, much nicer captain's quarters than Azric's. Like there's like a full bed with like really nice like comforter on it. There's like a nice writing desk with like really like lacquered up wood. And then there is what appears to be like a large chest at the foot of this bed. It looks very ornate. Probably the whole width of the bed. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Do I see a box or any like a chest with a lock on it?
I mean,
Or like a
at the foot of
sign
the
that says
bed.
"Don't look in here." Okay, the one at the foot of the bed. There's nothing else that looks promising.
There's like a wardrobe with a bunch of stuff in it. There's like a bookshelf with a lot of like nice
Okay.
books.
Like normal stuff. I'm gonna immediately start skittering towards the chest.
Okay.
Can I crawl through the keyhole?
I don't know how big a weevil is.
I mean, pretty small. Pretty teeny tiny.
Just roll a D100 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
89.
Yeah, you can go through the keyhole.
Okay. I go in the box.
They are 6 millimeters typically, and
Ah,
Right.
yes.
I didn't
Nina,
wanna
is
look
that
it up.
small?
Yeah,
It's
it's
pretty small.
like it's like a quarter of an inch or so.
And old timey keyholes are generally not.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you crawl inside. It's dark.
Uh-huh.
There's enough light to go through the keyhole. And inside the box is yet another box, but a smaller box.
Is it the box?
Do you know what the box looks like?
No.
It's a box. And there's some
Is it
other things in here like
fancy?
personal effects. There's some coins. There's like a book.
I have an insane question. I don't think I can because I think it would still be a lockpicking roll, but could a weevil go in and like trigger the correct pins to unlock a lock?
I don't know if a weevil
I
is
don't-
going to be dexterous enough to do that.
I didn't think so, but I just figured
Yeah.
I'd ask. Like,
Yeah, no.
I would kick myself later if I hadn't at least asked. So, okay.
No dumb questions in D&D.
I was like, it'd still be some sort of roll, I'm sure, to do lockpicking, but I was just curious. Now I'm going to play a thief next game that just turned a druid thief with lockpicking
This is
skills.
where
Okay.
Hayden would come in handy.
Where is he? Maybe he hadn't gotten himself turned to stone.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Okay.
We still on me? Or
So going back to, oh man, I almost said Hayden. Going back to Core. Core, you hear some like shouting above deck, people like yelling, footsteps going up on the deck above you. People are down below and hear what's going on and start going up above deck to figure out what the deal is.
He just thinks to himself, shit, she's been caught or something.
That would be the
But he's
most
gonna keep-
logical course of.
He's gonna keep on track though, pushing towards that front magazine.
Okay.
And if everybody seems to be distracted and not necessarily paying attention in that direction, I think what he would attempt to do is find a wick, like a long wick for like a cannon, and then try to stretch it out as far as it will go, and then set it right on top of I don't know, how are they storing the gunpowder in a box?
So, what you see as you're going towards the bow, there was quite a few people down here, but now there's one person standing in front of a door.
In front of a door.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is where you would believe that behind that might be some of the items that you're looking for.
And they are just
Guarding.
they have no interest in checking out what's going on.
If it makes you feel any better, there were two. But now there's only one.
I guess their orders are like, no matter what, you stand here.
Okay, I will kind of press to the side of the hall in like if I can find a little cubby or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to take how how alert are they? Like, are they just kind of chilling there? Like,
At this point, they're high alert because people were yelling upstairs and running around.
let's hypothetically, if I was to like toss a coin in a direction,
Okay.
I wonder the clock where the coin was thrown from is what I'm trying to figure out. Shit.
What do you do?
I'm gonna try the coin thing. I'm
Alright.
going to kind of like from where I'm at, just like take out a gold coin,
Big money.
and I think that's all I'm carrying. Yeah. And I'm going to kind of like if he's pressed against the wall, I'm not gonna like lean out and just like hurl it like that. I kind of want to just kind of like in front of me toss it on the ground towards the back of the ship.
Okay. So
That's what I'm gonna
you
do.
toss a coin to your, well, not Witcher, to sailor. Toss a coin to your sailor.
To the
Um,
opposite end of the guard zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
nervous. This is giving me a tummy ache.
he hears it and sort of peers, and you see him pull out a pistol and sort of like creep along and sort of sneaking his way back towards the back of the ship.
Okay. When he passes by me,
Mhm.
I would like to carefully, slowly work towards that door.
Yeah. All right, you work towards that door.
Is there a handle? Is it open? Kind.
It's a knob, and then there is a sort of like a little window with like some iron like bar, makes a little cross on it. And when you sort of peer into that, this is what looks like the armory. So some of the gunpowder here is not necessarily for the cannons, but for like muskets and pistols and stuff like that.
Perfect. Is it if I try to quietly turn the handle? Is it unlocked? Is there a lock even?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's the armory.
Okay. Next question.
Uh-huh.
Is the gunpowder just being stored in like burlap sacks? Is it like how are they?
If you peer in,
Pouches?
yeah, you can see that there are like some muskets turned up, a couple pistols put in. There's like some shot that's kind of on the other side of the armory, so the width of the ship to keep them kind of separated as far as they can. And then it looks like there's a barrel of like gunpowder in there.
A barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that doesn't really help my situation here. Okay. So, what I was hoping to do was use my tinderbox
Mm-hmm.
to like light a match and toss it, but if it's in a barrel, it's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
catch unless there's residue on the outside of the barrel or on top of it.
This ship looks like it's well taken care of. You've gotten that indication since you saw it.
Yeah, let me check my spells here to see if there's anything. I know this
Yeah.
would take me out of stealth if I did anything like this, but
Mm-hmm. We'll go over to Cooter at this point.
Yeah.
Cooter, so you're waiting. You hear mayhem. People are screaming. You hear someone say someone's on this ship.
Is my response.
Mhm.
I feel ill prepared despite being the most prepared I've ever been.
Same.
All right, is Cooter gonna do anything?
dear.
That is the
Um,
vibe of tonight.
I don't know what she can do. She's gonna make things worse every time she makes things worse.
Oh, no. That's not true.
Oh. Oh. Panic.
Do what feels right.
There's nothing that feels right.
Roll a dice and then pick something based on the randomness.
Oh my god, there isn't anything. Like the only options I have are to sit and wait for you guys to go on board and cause more chaos, or to try to follow you. But I can't do anything with your box.
What do you do, if anything?
Like, you can wait if you want, but don't feel like you have to.
I think I do feel like I have to, because I don't want to make things worse.
Is
I
Cooter
don't
gonna
wanna make
wait?
things worse. Yeah.
Emmy, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can unlock. I don't think I can like unlock the chest, not the inside, the little chest, the big chest. There's nothing I can do to like unlock it from the inside. Like,
No.
okay, so I'm gonna go outside of the chest,
Uh-huh.
and there's no one in this room, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn back into real Emmy, and
Uh-huh.
I'm going to bar the door with like a piece of furniture,
Okay.
so that even if they unlock it, it'll buy me some time, hopefully. Like I'll do like the chair trick,
Gotcha.
and then I'm gonna go and open one of the windows that lead out to the back of the ship, and I'm gonna poke my head out and see if I see Cooter.
Make a perception check.
I'm waving. I'm waving.
How strong is Emmy?
Would
Would she?
like a
Lift.
giant chest.
Yeah.
We'll see. That's my plan. I don't know if it's gonna work.
If not, I have a secondary
14.
idea.
A 14. You're looking and you don't see Cooter in the water currently. She must be well below the waves, staying out of sight.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna like keep looking for a minute. I'm gonna like, this isn't like a cursory glance. I'm gonna like really try to find her. So I'll
Well-
give it a few minutes in case she comes back up.
Okay. So you were preoccupied looking for Cooter. Cooter is staying below the waves to stay out of sight.
I don't think I have any way. Well, she's. Oh,
No,
I thought she was
she's
paying
not.
attention. Okay. Do I have any way of getting?
Well,
in
I
touch
was
with
on
her?
the other side, and I'm not sure
Uh-huh.
which side you're on.
So let me ask
Actually-
you this, Cooter. Are you going... So here's the thing. Are you going to be far enough below the surface where you can't be seen? Or are you going to be closer to the surface, which means people can see you? Because Emmy seeing you isn't any different than anyone else seeing you.
Well, yeah, that's why. Like, I don't want, because if I leave, because the thing is, if I get on the ship, I don't have invisibility, and everyone's gonna see me.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I step on there, I'm not very stealthy, you see. In fact, my stealth is in the negative.
So, Amy, you just assume Cooter is under the water, staying in a sight like she was supposed to.
Okay. I'm just gonna have to hope she's there. Do I see like a crowbar?
In the captain's
Anywhere.
quarters? No.
Yeah. I don't have a crowbar. No. Okay. I'm gonna try to pick up the chest and shove it through the window. The big one.
Big chest? Okay. Sure. So you pick up the
I do have an
chest.
army of seahorses, do I not?
Yeah, you do.
In the water, everything's lighter than usual.
Gotcha. So you pick up this chest and you're like deadlifting this thing, and it's pretty heavy, but you can carry it. No problem. If you're gonna try and shove it out the window, you'll have to break the window. Core, what are you
Okay.
doing?
Okay, so realizing that his one plan's not going to work, this ship is in tip-top shape, and like you described,
Mm-hmm.
would it be fair to assume that even though, so do they only have guns on the top then, or is there guns below?
This ship is similar to your ship, where the guns are on the top deck, not in the hold. There's not enough for like ports and cargo and all that.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, I guess then where I'm at on the ship, are there bunks?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming things that are flammable.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay. And that guy's still heading towards the back looking for the sound, right?
he's sneaking, looking for the coin, and then a few moments later you hear the hatch open back down into the hold, and several people like coming back down the stairway.
Would I have time before they get down here
Mm-hmm.
to light a match and then set it on one of the bunks under like some blankets?
Yeah, you can totally set some blankets on fire.
And this won't break stealth or anything doing this,
No,
right?
it's not an
just like-
attack or casting a spell.
okay. So what I'll do is I'll quickly reach for my tinder box, light a match, and whatever bed is nearest me, I'm going to set it on top and then put some blankets over it and shift to the opposite side of that bed, to the other side of the
Okay.
ship, and just kind of wait to see what happens, and then slowly work my way. Wait, the other hatch is near me, but it's closed. Oh, it's- okay. Then I will head towards what is now a hatch being opened, but on the
Yeah.
other side of
So
the
you grab someone's bunk, you set their blankets and their pajamas on fire, and then people are coming down below on the stairs. You make your way back to the rear stairs where you came down in the first place, or are you going to head back up?
If there's a possibility of doing so without bumping into somebody coming down,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah. So you're heading up, people are heading down. You see about 4 people go to the armory and open the armory and start grabbing guns. And then you make your way back up top. Emmy, what are you doing?
Okay, so in order to break the window, is it like breaking metal, wood, glass combination
It's a
there? Like I'm trying to figure out the
glass.
difficulty
Wood and
here.
glass.
Okay, so it can be done. Okay, so I'm just going to attack. No. Here's what I'm gonna do. This is probably stupid, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna turn into the biggest bear I can, and I'm gonna pick up this chest with my giant bear paws, and I'm gonna use the chest to just break the window as I throw it out the window.
Amazing. Can you make
And
an
I hope to
athletics?
God it doesn't land on Cooter's head.
Can you make an athletics roll for me?
Yep.
Boy, here you go.
Athletics. Okay, I need to use the bear's athletics.
Uh-huh. What kind of bear
That
are
would
you?
be a brown bear is the biggest one I can do. Actually, it's a strength based.
Yeah, they have 19 strength, so it's gonna be +4 to whatever you roll.
Come on, bet me.
Okay.
Bear Emmy.
Bear.
What?
11.
11.
Didn't roll
Okay.
well.
So you
Yeah.
grab the chest and just hurl it with your bear paws, and you break glass, but the panes aren't big enough for a big ass chest to go through. So you're breaking panes of glass, but some of the wood kind of splinters a bit, but it's gonna take a bit more.
Okay. Well,
Hooter, you're under the water and you see shards of glass come start hitting the water.
Yes, I do.
oh, sorry. Can I do one more thing on my turn that's I think would be a free action?
What is it?
It may not be, and that's okay. I just want to tell Bucket to find Core.
Okay.
How's it gonna do that?
Does
Yeah, he
I
can't.
have-
You're invisible.
He
I
has
have a question.
blind. Well, if he's a crab, he has blind sight.
Do crabs have blind sight?
Pretty sure. Let me find out. Giant crabs do.
I have a question
does.
for you?
Wow.
Wooden frame, yes?
Uh-huh.
How does wood like acid?
I don't know. How does wood like acid?
Not much. Not much in real life. No, not much.
We will attempt.
We can it at least.
I am going to Tasha's caustic brew at the window.
Okay. Gotcha. Go ahead. Is that an attack roll?
Yes.
Go ahead and make an attack roll on a window.
Oh boy.
What did
Who's
you do?
dying?
What did you
Just
do?
inhaled all the ocean.
Oh, 3 total.
Wait,
Wow.
what do
need
I
some new
add?
dice.
What do I add to it? Wait.
You rolled a
I have
3.
to add something.
You rolled a 3. Your spell attack is
rolled a
plus
3.
7, so it's 10,
So it's 10.
which is enough to hit a window.
Okay, good. Wait, where's my spell attack?
I
How
was
do
like,
I...
surely it's not just 3.
Because it just says
You click on your spells. It's at
Yeah,
it's
at
at
the
the
top.
top of the thing.
oh +7 spell attack. Is it that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. But then what's the modifier? Oh, that's just anything plus.
Yeah, if it's an attack
Okay.
roll with your spells, it's plus 7. So 10.
Okay,
hit the
I
window.
was panicking. I was like, surely not.
I thought you were gonna hyperventilate.
I thought I was too because I was so disappointed. Oh no, the panic.
So this is going to this concentration is going to take 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of the window's turns.
The windows.
Oh well, Tasha's caustic brew isn't a spell attack. It's a dex saving throw, which would automatically is going to fail that anyway. So okay,
The window is not very dexterous.
no, it's not. So roll 2d4.
Oh, 4.
4. Okay. You see some of the acid start to melt in some of the wood and weakening it. Alrighty. Bucket looks to gets Emmy's instructions and just clicks and just points right at the top of the stairway, right in front of the captain's quarters.
No, he's supposed to go find him. Like he's gonna go pinch him.
Oh,
course,
well, he's
never.
like he's right there.
Yeah. Okay, so Bucket's gonna scurry up to you and kind of go pinch, pinch, pinch until you pay attention to him.
I'm going to be honest. Core is probably not paying attention to a crab at his feet right now.
Pinching his toes? Okay, I'll climb up his pants and pinch him in the knee.
I have
Don't make it get worse.
I have plate armor on.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, inside your armor. He's a crab. He's like a teeny crab.
So, Emmy, what are you doing?
Okay, as a bear, I'm just gonna try to throw the chest at the window
Make
again.
another
The no
athletics
damage
roll.
window. Okay. You do
It
dice.
will work.
Okay. 19.
A 19. You grab the chest and you hurl it through the window and break the wood, and a hail of wood and glass all come tumbling down into the sea above your vantage point, Cooter. And then shortly thereafter, you see a large sort of footlocker style chest into the
And
water.
a large bear. And a large bear shortly after that.
And a large bear.
Marvelous.
You don't want to be
Yeah.
under this.
But I see the chest and I cast levitate on the chest just to slow down its descent into the water.
Alrighty. Levitate. So that will turn off your caustic brew.
Yes, because we
Um,
don't need it anymore.
And the chest is levitating above the surface or of the water. Yeah.
No, it's kind of like just to make sure that it doesn't like.
I think she
fully
meant after
sink.
it like
Yeah.
started sinking.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like so
Uh,
it doesn't, so we don't lose it forever. Like we've got
Yeah.
it, and
So it's
and
just
I
below the
can-
surface. Because it
And
rises vertically 20 feet and remains
Yeah.
suspended there. Cool.
Has this
Um,
attracted a crowd to the back of the ship?
Absolutely. The two people that were looking yell, and then the portly gentleman with the sideburns says, "Get that chest now!" And you hear the person with the bandolier or the brace of pistols yell at them to immediately drop anchor. And Core, you hear all this amidst being your crab pinching your plate, and then the ship sort of just lurches as you hear the chains of the anchors, and just when the ship makes like a swift, almost like 90-degree turn immediately as the anchor sort of just drags it to a full stop.
Yeah.
Shit's going everywhere. People are like falling over. It's crazy right now.
Okay. I assume I'm among them that fell over, probably.
Make a dex saving throw.
Okay. I probably fell over because that is 6.
Gotcha. So the ship abruptly stops. You tumble forward and hit the deck, and much like everyone else.
Does that break invisibility?
No, it just sucks and it's embarrassing if anyone could see you.
Okay.
Bucket saw.
I guess I'll pick myself up and climb over the banister, but not jump in the water just yet. Kind of like holding on, and I just want to take in what happens in the next like 20 to 30 seconds, just to see what people do, because I think at this point he probably realizes that all that crashing and breaking that he heard has something to do with the box, because they wouldn't have stopped otherwise.
You would immediately know that the sort of magical ping when you came up here is no longer there. It's not within your range. So the box is no longer or the magical ping is no longer there.
Okay.
And as you are on sort of the banister of the ship, you see at least 3 sailors dive into the water looking after it.
Okay. I will then climb down a few feet and then let myself drop into the water.
Okay.
And once I'm in the water, if I can see those sailors, I would like to. Let me see what I can do here. I would like to cast Hold Person at 2nd level.
So we're gonna wait on that for a moment.
Okay.
We've jumped in the water. Emmy's jumped in the water. Cooter, you see the bear come in after the box. You see other people begin to hit the water. And you can see your new friend Core hit the water.
Yes.
And then before all hell breaks loose, I think that's where we're gonna call it tonight.
Can I do something just before we do so I don't forget?
What would you like to do?
I would like to drink my potion of giant stone strength and tie the chest to myself.
You'll
with
have
the,
to do that at the beginning.
rope.
Make a note.
Okay, I'm
Notes.
making a note.
Make a note for that.
Oh, this is such a cliffhanger. I'm stressed out all week
Alrighty.
now.
Yeah. So everybody, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you haven't yet, please go check out our YouTube as well as our Patreon. Come hang out in the Discord. Let us know what you think's gonna happen next episode.
Let us know how you would have done that differently, because I don't think that's what we expected to happen tonight.
You're talking, yeah.
No.
Let us know how you would have solved the problem, chat, of
How
getting the
do you have
chest.
solved this problem? What's your boat heist plan?
Yeah, but anyway, thanks so much for watching and being a part of the show. We'll go leave you all with some other D&D on the Twitch universe. So if you're still hungry for some more Dungans and Durgans, well, you'll have some. But anyway, with that being said, thanks everybody for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.